Welcome to JCM Industries' presentation, Universal Clamp Couplings versus Fabricated Repair Sleeves. How to decide. Universal clamp couplings are known by many names in the piping industry. Universal clamp couplings, repair clamps, full circle clamps, repair bands, and many others. Whatever the technician may decide to call them, they all mean the same thing: a fitting with a stainless steel band that wraps around the pipe, is bolted together and tightened to seal off the leak. It is one of the most popular and historic fittings used in the piping industry. JCM Universal Clamp Couplings are available in a wide variety of designs, materials, sizes, and configurations, including removable lugs, all stainless steel cast lugs, and stainless steel fabricated lugs. These fittings are simple to use and install for various types of pipe repair, and in some cases, pipe connections. As shown here, universal clamp couplings come in sizes and configurations from 2 inches all the way up to 60 inches and larger, and made to various lengths of various materials. Clamps have been used in a mixture of environments, including above ground, below ground, in pipe galleries, and underwater. JCM's large diameter universal clamp couplings are very different than competitive clamps offered in the industry. For JCM Universal Clamp Couplings, 3 things change at the 10-inch nominal pipe size. JCM switches from using a 5/8-inch bolt to a larger 3/4-inch bolt. The bolting lug increases in weight and size to adapt to 3/4-inch bolts and the added strength needed for increased bolt torques, which increases the sealing pressure on the gasket. The stainless steel band increases from 20-gauge thickness to a thicker 16-gauge material. The extra thickness reduces the stretching of the band to permanently maintain the gasket sealing pressure. The only component that remains the same is the 1/4-inch thick gridded gasket. No other known clamp manufacturer in the industry makes substantial material changes. Often the only change made to accommodate a larger pipe size is adding band segments to increase the number of bolts. However, the bolt size remains at 5/8-inch bolt size. Even taking these significant material enhancements to the size and the weight of the components, universal clamp couplings remain limited in their performance abilities for the larger pipe sizes. As the nominal pipe size increases, the pressure holding capabilities of the clamp decrease. 2 goals of installing a permanent repair fitting are, first, to ensure a permanent trouble-free repair. Secondly, to return the system to its original 100% service working capacity. The elements that affect reaching those goals include size of pipe, type of pipe, working pressure service requirements, severity of the damage, location of the repair, and the time factor. JCM frequently receives inquiries for price and delivery for clamps to repair pipelines with substantial damage, in both small and large diameters. As smaller diameter repair clamps are readily available and applicable to various types of damage, field technicians often assume that larger repair clamps can provide the same type performance and accommodate the higher working pressures. Not to diminish a repair clamp's usefulness, it is the simple physical factors that influence whether or not a repair clamp is the best solution for a long-term, permanent repair. In this case specifically, the larger the pipe size, the less pressure holding capability of the repair clamp. This is due to physical factors. On repair clamps, the mechanical seal is made by tightening bolts to create a greater force on the gasket, pounds per square inch, than is in the pipeline. Safety factor is the amount of sealing capability the clamp has above the operating pressure of the pipeline. Clamps are limited in performance by the relationship of bolting power to square inches of gasket area. Let's use an example of what we often face. The end user wants a repair clamp to fix or patch a pipeline operating at 100 psi with a 2-inch damaged area, just a tad larger than a golf ball. To calculate the force involved, the formula uses the cross-section area of the hole, internal working pressure, and hole diameter. Once calculated, the result is that at the point of damage, the force working against the clamp at the point of the hole is approximately 314.16 pounds of force. Keep in mind, safety factor expresses how much stronger a system is than it needs to be for an intended load. Safety factor, the amount of sealing capability the clamp has above the operating pressure of the pipeline. If 314.16 pounds of force is pushing to get out, the repair fitting must provide opposite, equal, or greater force to keep it in. That is the safety factor. Without getting too deep into the formula, just know that JCM considers these factors and provides recommendations on what mechanically is possible or not possible in a permanent repair application. Remember, in this discussion, the two goals are, number 1, to ensure a permanent, trouble-free repair. Number 2, return the system to its original 100% service working capacity. When application parameters exceed the threshold of a full circumferential gasket clamp, we proceed to recommend other types of fabricated fittings to make the repair. These fabricated fittings are designed and built to withstand greater forces involved in large diameter pipe repairs. Fabricated fittings are often available in the same time frame as repair clamps, built to the specific pipe, pressure rating, and damage. Available in a variety of materials, coatings, and hardware, and in many instances easier to ship, handle, and install in the field. Depending on the application, where universal repair clamps have been installed for temporary service, JCM has provided fabricated permanent fittings to be installed over the repair clamps. JCM offers several fabricated sleeve designs for the repair of the pipe, some that are specifically designed for the type of pipe. In this presentation, JCM will discuss the application of the 118 Fabricated Repair Sleeve, as the 118 would be installed on the same types of pipe that users would install repair clamps. The JCM 118 Fabricated Repair Sleeve is a simple repair sleeve in which an oval gasket encompasses the damaged area, isolating it and providing the watertight seal. The 118 Fabricated Repair Sleeve is designed and constructed based on the traditional bolt-on tapping sleeve design. This classic configuration is used because applications for tapping sleeves involve resisting greater internal forces and large holes. As an example, a JCM 412 36-inch fabricated flanged outlet tapping sleeve with a 6-inch flanged outlet is rated up to 150 psi working pressure with proper installation, and in some instances it can be rated much higher. Two design factors that enable these sleeves to bear these pressure ratings are the outlet seal gasket concept and the robust construction materials involved. The 118 has an oval gasket. The size of the gasket is determined by the size and shape of the damaged area. The sleeve is installed with the gasket encircling the damaged area. The gasket isolates and seals off the damaged area, while the robust sleeve provides strength and support to the pipe wall on the circumference. The 118 can be furnished with or without a threaded outlet for the release of line or content pressure during installation. The JCM 118 features a thick hydromechanical lip gasket. Compared to the square inches of gasket in a full circle clamp, this reduced gasket area allows the available bolt torque to directly load the gasket and eliminates sharing bolt torque energy to compress gasket material around the entire circumference of the pipe. The thick hydromechanical lip gasket is set in a recessed retaining groove. This groove is another element that enables the 118 to withstand higher working pressures. The groove traps the gasket both internally towards the damaged area and externally away from the area. This prevents the gasket from being displaced under greater pressures. The recessed groove also lowers the profile of the fitting on the pipe, minimizing exposure of the gasket between the pipe wall and the fabricated fitting. The gasket is key. Its hydromechanical lip works with the water pressure, and as line pressure increases, the sealing pressure on the feathered lip of the gasket increases. The gasket is thick, so it can be compressed to store energy, and will expand to release energy when needed to maintain the seal. The gasket's broad sealing area provides a large footprint of the gasket to pipe surface contact. The broad area adapts to various pipe surfaces and is of a durometer that can be compressed into and fill pitted and rough exteriors. The JCM 118 is available fabricated of carbon steel, stainless steel, 304 or 316, and has options of coatings and hardware. The plate material of the body and the bolting lugs have the muscle to provide the hoop strength necessary to restore the pressure containment required, as well as the structural integrity of the pipe. As an example, on a JCM 30-inch repair clamp, the material is 16-gauge stainless, that is about 1/16 of an inch thick, compared to a 30-inch tapping sleeve, which is 3/8 inch thick plate material. Plate material is much more robust and can accommodate the forces involved with repairing substantial pipe damage. Standard 118 repair sleeves up to 30 inches are two-piece fittings. Larger diameters could be provided in 3 pieces if needed. Universal clamp couplings at 30 inches are 3-piece fittings, and larger diameters require additional pieces, depending on the application. This would include several rows of bolts to be tightened. The 118 repair sleeves are installed directly over the damaged area and bolted up, 2 rows of bolts. Universal clamp couplings require placement on the pipe, rotation to ensure tapered gaskets are smooth, engagement of the bolts, and then all rows of bolts must be tightened to ensure proper gasket compression all around the pipe. JCM 118 repair sleeves are available for both custom applications and can also be provided as a standard repair fitting for system contingency plans. For example, a JCM 118 can be provided for 30-inch nominal pipe size, with a repair gasket size to repair up to a 12-inch damaged area. This sleeve can be kept on the shelf as an emergency repair fitting and can be installed on any damaged area that is within the inside diameter of the 12-inch gasket inside diameter. The ID of a JCM 12-inch gasket is 16.19 inches, so the standard sleeve could repair up to about 14 inches of damaged area. For damaged areas such as cracks, splits, or spidering, first things first, on a damaged pipe that involves a running split crack or spidering, the end user must take some type of action to stop the damage from running further. Cracks, splits, spidering happen most often with cast iron pipe and PVC plastic pipe. An option to prevent further damage and stop further crack propagation is by drilling a hole at the crack at each end. Doing this provides a stop or barrier to the continuation of the crack and relieves the stress in the pipe wall at that point. Once a termination point of the damage is completed, a measurement of the damaged area should be made and provided to determine the gasket size. The JCM 118 has been field proven for decades. Back in 1988, this sleeve was the solution for repairs to pipe in a challenging and complex environment. An air release vault shifted under the frozen bay in Duluth, Minnesota, breaking off an 8-inch air release valve. The contractor removed the vault and divers installed the fitting over the damaged area and reconnected the valve to the repair sleeve. Straightforward installation with large bolts and nuts made the installation in murky waters uncomplicated and permanent. In this application, the pipe experienced damage from a directional drilling machine. 2 major punches in the pipe were encircled by the gasket, which provided a permanent repair. The all-stainless repair sleeve also reinforced the pipe, restoring its structural integrity. The all-stainless construction added corrosion resistance to ensure that the repair will last the life of the pipeline. These are just a few applications in which, after the final analysis of the situation, JCM helped the end user determine the best repair fitting for their application. Each of these applications involved significant damage to the pipe, required long-term permanent repair, large diameter pipe, and higher working pressure service. The JCM 118 fabricated repair sleeves are suitable for holes, gouges, punctures, corroded areas, splits or cracks that have been terminated, any other centralized damage on the pipeline, but not suitable for beam breaks, and features the advantages over a repair clamp in pressure holding capability, more safety factor, easier to install, more economical in cost, isolates the damage, reinforces the pipe, and often requires less pipeline excavation and exposure. JCM appreciates the time you have spent with us during this presentation. For more information on pipe repair fittings or other JCM products, contact our sales team at 1-800-527-8482 or 903-832-2581 or visit us at www.jcm.com. jcmindustries.com. Thanks for watching.